Sunday morning in Buffalo, New York. A reshaped and revitalized town that in just a few short hours will unite to embrace its football team, forming a special bond that Bills head coach Marv Levy realizes every Sunday at Rich Stadium.
I remember the first game we played here. We walked out into the stadium, it was filled, and our crowd was very vocal and very noisy, and we got ready to play, and an emotion overcame me, which was a very, very sincere one, and I looked around at our players, and I looked in their face, and I sort of sensed they were feeling the same thing, and I just said to them, where else in the world would you rather be than right here, right now? And it's the way we felt every time we've gone on the field, so that's sort of become the last thing I say to them before we break that huddle and take the field for the game.
Listen up now. We're gonna go in the middle. All right, we're gonna go in the middle now. Errol, be ready for him to kick O'Seal out. All right, now get on your blocks. Let's get ourselves some good field position. Good judgment back there. Let's go.
The 23, they send only 3 or 4. Here's a throw, and it is a touchdown. Andre Reed. Mikowski splits the backs, drops back to throw. It's intercepted there by Kelso at the 25, at the 30, at the 35, 40, 45, midfield. Down to the 40, breaks into the clear at the 30. One man with an angle on him. He's at the 10, the 5, and scores!
The love affair between the fans of Western New York and their Bills was never more intense than in 1988, as Buffalo sold out every home game while setting an NFL single-season attendance record, forming an unbreakable link between a team, a town, and a dream.
Ellisway ready to snap it. John Kidd ready to put it down. The Eastern Division Championship, maybe just a kick away, waiting for the snap. The put down, the kick is up, and it is good! It is good! The Bills have won it in overtime! They win the division championship! 9-6 over the Jets, and this place is bedlam! It is bedlam! Unbelievable!
After 4 straight losing seasons, the Buffalo Bills entered 1988 knowing their foundation for success was set. For 2 years, General Manager Bill Polian had worked side by side with Marv Levy to acquire the ingredients for a winning formula. And the 1988 Bills wasted no time making their efforts pay off. On opening day, the Bills jumped all over the playoff-bound Vikings for 6 sacks on their way to a 13-10 victory. In week 2, the Bills never allowed Miami's explosive offense to get on track as they shut down the Dolphins 9-6. The following week in New England, the Patriots jumped to a 14-3 lead before the Buffalo defense shut the door and left the issue up to kicker Scott Norwood.
15 seconds left. The put down, the kick is up, it's long enough, and it is good! And the Bills have taken the lead with 11 seconds to play on a 41-yard field goal by Scott Norwood.
The Bills' 16-14 victory snapped an 11-game losing streak to the Patriots, and the next week they welcomed the Steelers to Buffalo. For the 4th straight game, number 96, Leon Seals was a solid starter in place of Pro Bowl defensive end Bruce Smith, as Buffalo unleashed a total team effort against the Steelers.
Fires, a man is there for Pitt. Touchdown! What a great move by Chris Burkett, and Dwayne Woodruff bought it big time. Snap from center, and the kick is blocked, and it is taken into the end zone for a touchdown by Rob Riddick. How do you like that?
The 36-28 win lifted Buffalo to 4-0. And linebacker Shane Conlon sensed that the Bills had learned to win the tough games, which may have slipped away in the past.
Buffalo's not used to winning close games, and it shows the character of our team that we came out of, especially early in the season. We won a lot of close games and just pure desire.
The Bills' early season desire was fueled by the off-season acquisition of Art Still, an 11-year veteran who brought Pro Bowl credentials from Kansas City.
Art Still acquisition has probably meant more even than most people know. We needed a defensive end who was good against the run. Well, Art Still's not good against the run. I think he's maybe the best that's ever played the game against the run.
Still not only enjoyed his own rebirth in Buffalo, but also helped bring out the kid again in ageless nose tackle Fred Smerlas. Smerlas' 10th NFL season was one of his finest, as the block of granite in the middle of the Buffalo line earned his 5th trip to the Pro Bowl. But just as Art Still's arrival brought new life to Fred Smerlas and the line, an early season trade with Phoenix brought new muscle to the secondary in number 46, Leonard Smith, whose high-impact play rubbed off on youngsters like number 37, Nate Odoms, and number 29, Derek Burrows. For the second straight season, the secondary's top pickpocket was free safety Mark Kelso, whose 7 interceptions were one behind the AFC leader. While Kelso became an all-too-familiar face to opposing quarterbacks, a new face became well acquainted with opposing ball carriers, as linebacker Ray Bentley led the team in tackles in his first full year as a starter. Bentley combined with Pro Bowl performer Shane Conlon to make up one of the top inside linebacking duos in the league. Overall, Buffalo's defense was without weakness, and it ranked number 1 in the AFC. Its numbing effect on opponents earned it the nickname Blizzard Defense, and at the center of the storm were 2 of the game's most unstoppable avalanches. Despite missing the first 4 weeks of the season, defensive end Bruce Smith ran down a team-high 11 sacks and then surfed off to Hawaii for his 2nd straight Pro Bowl. But no Bills defender has ridden a faster wave to stardom than Smith's pass rush partner, Cornelius Bennett, a man who sometimes can't believe his own ability.
Every week I do some different things that I look at on film, and I'm kind of amazed at myself, but I don't have to say my overall speed against the run and against the pass. It's my specialty.
In his first full season in the NFL, Bennett raced to the forefront to become perhaps the premier outside linebacker in the game, displaying every gift anyone could ever look for in a football player.
Cornelius Bennett is a rare individual. He's blessed with great physical qualities, and all of them: speed, strength, flexibility, change of direction, jumping ability. He's got great instincts. He loves the game. He's a coach's dream.
This coach's dream haunted quarterbacks for 9.5 sacks on his way to the Pro Bowl. And in a Week 6 matchup with Indianapolis, Bennett and the Bills unleashed all their weapons on the Colts quarterbacks. Number 56, linebacker Darryl Talley, joined forces with the rest of the pass rush to record 4 sacks as the Bills shut down the Colts after spotting them a 17-0 first-half lead, allowing quarterback Jim Kelly an opportunity to orchestrate a brilliant second-half comeback.
Kelly in the shotgun, in motion Reed. Kelly back the pass, the blitz again, and the throw to the end zone. Reed, touchdown! Back to throw, and he throws long for Harmon, and he is in for the touchdown!
Buffalo's 34-23 victory marked the beginning of a 7-game winning streak. With the AFC's best defense and an offense capable of the big comeback, the Bills would never look back on their open road to a division title. Just when you thought it was safe to return a kickoff. For the 2nd straight season, encountering the Bills' kick return unit was like running into the jaws of death. Butch Roll, Mark Pike, Carlton Bailey, Hal Garner, and number 89, Steve Tasker helped the Bills boast the NFL's #1 kickoff coverage for the second consecutive year. But no special teams performer was more consistent throughout the season than Scott Norwood, the NFL's leading scorer in 1988 and the first Buffalo kicker to be named to the Pro Bowl. Norwood was the difference in 6 Bills victories, including Week 8 against the Patriots.
17 seconds left. The ball goes, the spot, the kick, it is up, and it is good! And the Bills lead with 13 seconds to play, 23-20.
I think any kicker worth his salt is one that dreams of that type of kick, and I'd love for it to come down to my foot, and should it, I'm certain that I'll put it through.
In Week 7 at the Meadowlands, the Bills' first Monday night appearance in 4 years, Norwood responded by hitting 3 field goals against the Jets. But it was far more than the Bills would need as they put on a clinic for the nation to see. Defensively, Bruce Smith recorded 2.5 of Buffalo's 5 sacks, while offensively, the Bills seemingly could do no wrong.
35 in the shotgun, an all-out blitz, and Kelly throws, and it is deflected and caught by the Bills. And going into the 30, to the 20, is Flip Johnson, to the 5, and he's in for the touchdown.
While Flip Johnson made the most of his first NFL reception, receiver Andre Reed made the most of his initial primetime exposure, catching 7 passes for 2 scores.
A lot of the guys haven't been on Monday night, including me. You know, I think that was really a big test for us to go out on Monday night and prove to the national audience that we have the capabilities of going to the playoffs and even going to the Super Bowl.
What a national TV audience saw of Andre Reed that night was something Buffalo fans were used to seeing every week. Reed broke free from defenders for a team record 71 catches and earned his first trip to the Pro Bowl. Reed was the most explosive member of Jim Kelly's arsenal, which also included Chris Burkett, Trumaine Johnson, and tight end Pete Metzelaars, all making up a passing attack that became more potent as the season wore on. In Week 11 at Miami, the Bills' second Monday night game of the season, Jim Kelly showed why he is one of the league's most accurate passers, as he fired bullets from behind an impenetrable wall of blockers.
Kelly back to throw, looking, he throws, and it is caught, and it is in for the touchdown. It is Ronnie Harmon for the score.
Ronnie Harmon caught 1 touchdown and also helped the Bills rack up 205 yards rushing, while the Miami offense was held to just 33 yards on the ground. The 10-1 Bills moved 1 step closer to the AFC East title with their 6th straight victory, their most convincing win of the year. The entire country had watched Buffalo push Miami around on both sides of the ball, but it was really nothing new for the Bills' offensive line to overmatch an opponent. Anchored by guards Jim Richer, Tim Vogler, and veteran tackle Joe Devlin, the Buffalo front also showcased 2 rising stars in number 73, tackle Will Wolford, and number 67, Pro Bowl center Kent Hull. Through the gaping holes formed by this group ran one of the AFC's most versatile backfields. Ronnie Harmon was the pass catcher, number 39 Jamie Mueller the steamroller, and number 40 Rob Riddick the short yardage specialist, finishing 3rd in the AFC with 12 rushing touchdowns. But in this varied stable of talent, a new workhorse emerged in rookie Thurman Thomas, the Bills' first choice in the 1988 draft, who quickly flashed the potential to be a thoroughbred in the NFL. Thomas led the Bills by rushing for nearly 900 yards, with one of his finest performances coming in Week 15 against the Raiders.
And here is a run by Thurman Thomas up the middle to the 30, 25, 20. He may go all the way, and he scored!
Thomas ran for 106 yards in a 37-21 victory. In completing an 8-0 home record, The Bills also broke the NFL single-season attendance mark and left Buffalo fans hungry for their first home playoff game in more than 20 years.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is time to ring in the new year on a brilliant sunlit afternoon here in Orchard Park, New York. And the Bills and the Oilers are ready to play here, with the winner going to Cincinnati next Sunday afternoon.
Buffalo fans had waited 2 decades for this moment, a home playoff game, the first ever at Rich Stadium. It had been 7 years since the Bills' last postseason appearance, but on this one sun-dappled New Year's Day, the bitter sands of Father Time would be washed away, and Buffalo would officially ring in the new era of Bills football.
Hey, baby, let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bills surprised Houston early by turning what many felt was a somewhat conservative offense into a wide-open air attack.
Kelly goes back to throw again on first down, and he throws long down the side. A man is there. He's got it. Down to the 15. Reed at the 10, at the 5, and he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
All right, here we go.
Thurman Thomas burst free for 75 yards on just 7 carries, but it took the Bills' special teams to set up the game's first score.
And here is Riddick, and Riddick dives down close to the goal line. It's a touchdown.
After Thomas opened Buffalo's lead to 14-3 in the third quarter, the Bills turned to their 12th man to help hold Houston down. Buffalo's defense dug in to make certain the lead was safe until the special teams could put the game away.
1:58 to play. There's the snap to Kidd. The punt is away. Oh, and it's returnable. And it is picked up there by Duncan, and he fumbles the ball. It's loose and rolling. It's still loose. And there's a pile up, and I think the Bills got it. They did. The Bills got the ball. Get out. And the Buffalo Bills, who have come from oblivion to a chance to maybe make the big game, will head for Cincinnati after winning 17-10.
23 years since the Bills' last playoff victory. A 23-year dream fulfilled. A 23-year prayer answered.
Take a knee. Leon, will you start, please?
But the time for reflection was short as the AFC Championship lay ahead. Cincinnati's Riverfront Stadium, a harsh environment for visitors all season. The Bengals were the only team other than the Bills to go undefeated at home in 1988, leaving Buffalo with its biggest test in its biggest game in 2 decades.
Hold on! Offense can do it. We get it back ball.
The Bills forged a 7-7 tie in the second quarter, but the NFL's top-ranked offense couldn't be contained for long, and Buffalo's season ended one game short of football's ultimate destination.
A very disappointing end to an outstanding season, one that people would never have dreamed of when they started, that this team would go 13-5 and go to the game before the Super Bowl.
A disappointing ending, perhaps, but much more apparent was a proud new beginning in Buffalo football.
We want players to walk away when the season is over feeling good about our team and being able to say with real pride, I play for the Buffalo Bills.
Never was there a time to be more proud of being a Buffalo Bill. In 1988, Marv Levy helped nurture one of the NFL's most talented young teams and watched it blossom before the eyes of the football world, fielding a club record 7 Pro Bowl performers. After years of being embraced by Western New York, in 1988, the Bills delivered to their fans a gift they can cherish for a lifetime. As a team, a town, and a dream were united for an unforgettable season to shout about.
Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say you will. Shout it right now, baby. Say you will. Come on, come on. Say you will. Come on and shout. Say you will. Yeah. Shout. Buffalo's happening now. Shout. We're on the move now. Shout. The Bills are happening now. Shout. They're making it happen now. Shout. We got the spirit, shout. A lot of spirit, yeah. Shout. We got the spirit, shout. Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. The Bills make me wanna shout.